Greetings, BookTube. This is Michael Romeo, and I'm talking about books. And today, we're starting a new feature on my channel, and that feature is Monday Meanderings, in which each Monday, I just talk about whatever happens to be on my mind, meandering around that cavern where my brain's supposed to be. Here comes the first one. Welcome to my channel. We're doing this new feature, and you're the first ones to see it. And if you're the first one to tune in since I posted this, you are the first one to see it, and you're special. I'm just being weird. But look, we're doing Monday Meanderings, where I talk about anything that hits my mind, and maybe more than one topic on a Monday. Who knows where my stream of consciousness will go. If you're a subscriber, thanks for being here. If you're a visitor, thanks for being here. If you're a return visitor and haven't subscribed yet, thanks for being here. But feel free to subscribe too, because you get notifications when I put up new content, and you won't miss anything exciting that's happening on my channel. So today, my first Monday Meandering is I don't want to say clash. It's not a clash. It's balancing TBR with mood reading. I've been a TBR person, and then I just realized that somehow my TBR has become every book I own that I haven't read, and some that I still don't own and haven't read, but I want to read. And counting all those as my TBR means I have thousands of books on my TBR, and that's a lot of books to have on a TBR. So more and more I've been becoming a mood reader. I used to start out each month with a stack of books that were going to be the books I was going to read from this month, and I never seem to get to them all because I always pick more than what I can read in a month. So bit by bit it's become more and more being a mood reader, and that's kind of where I'm at now with my reading. Reading what I'm in the mood for, and it's a much more relaxed, undemanding approach to the fun of reading. And reading at the root of it all should be fun. It shouldn't be work, it shouldn't be a chore, it shouldn't be a race, it should be fun. So I'm grabbing books that I just want to read right now. I've got two that just came from my library holds that fortunately fit the mood I'm in. One, and they fit this channel too. They fit the focus of this channel. One of them is a book from the 1960s called Revolutionary Road. Now I'm going to be reading that one. I actually found out about this book when reading a Stephen King book, where he had a history professor as a character who had this as one of his favorite books. And I thought, wonder what that's about. And I looked it up, and it looked pretty good. And now, that was so long ago, it's been on hold forever, that I don't even remember now what it's about. It's something to do with a family in the South and facing some challenges. That's about all I can remember at this point. But I'll tell you what, if you help me pause for just a moment, I'm going to go onto my tablet on Goodreads, and we're going to find out what it's about. Okay, so I am back, and I have the book description here on Goodreads. It's by Richard Yates, and was first published in 1961, the year I was born. And it says, in the hopeful 1950s, Frank and April Wheeler appeared to be a model American couple, bright, beautiful, talented, with 2 young children and a starter home in the suburbs. Perhaps they married too young and started a family too early. Maybe Frank's job is dull, and April never saw herself as a housewife. Yet they have always lived on the assumption that greatness is only just around the corner. But now that certainty is now about to crumble. With heartbreaking compassion and remorseless clarity, Richard Yates shows how Frank and April mortgaged their spiritual birthright, betraying not only each other, but their best selves. Sounds intense. Yeah, intense. And again, it's Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. And the other one that came in, and let me call it up here, if I can learn to spell. Coming right up. The other one is the first book by Hanya Yanagihara, who gave us the one a couple of years ago, A Little Life, that was such an impacting book. I decided I wanted to see what else she wrote. And her first book is The People in the Trees, and I just got it from my library hold list. And the description here says, in 1950, back to the 50s again, in 1950, a young doctor called Norton Perina signs on with the anthropologist Paul Talent for an expedition to the remote Micronesian island of Ivu Ivu in search of a rumored lost tribe. They succeed, finding not only that tribe, but also a group of forest dwellers they dub the Dreamers, who turn out to be fantastically long-lived, but progressively more senile. Perina suspects the source of their longevity is a hard-to-find turtle. Unable to resist the possibility of eternal life, he kills one and smuggles some meat back to the States. He scientifically proves his thesis, earning worldwide fame and the Nobel Prize. But he soon discovers that its miraculous property comes at a terrible price. As things quickly spiral out of his control, his own demons take hold, with devastating personal consequences. And this was originally published in 2013. 369 pages, that's not bad, it's not a chunker, like her other one, A Little Life is. But those are my two books that are my mood reads for the next couple of weeks. I know there's also coming up, there's a group read that I wanted to do. We've got two very heavy books here, and probably break it up a little bit with Phantoms by Dean Koontz, because there's a group read going on curated by AJ Dunn with his book club Killer Reads, the Kill a Month book club. And Phantoms is one that I wanted to read. It's an early Dean Koontz. I liked Dean Koontz in the early days. He lost me somewhere, and the stuff he's written in the last, I don't know, 15 years just has not done it for me, with rare exceptions. But I still keep trying him, hoping that some of the books that I liked by him, Whispers, The Vision, Lightning, that I'll find more with the impact that those books had. Another bit of mood reading. And yeah, so it's going to basically be goodbye to my TBR pile. I'm pretty sure it's going to be. Unless there is a special group read that I want to take part in, but even then I'm going to make sure I'm in the mood for it, because I joined on to a couple recently, and I really wasn't in the mood to read the book that was being presented. I was doing it for the social connectivity that surrounds a group read, and I ended up not enjoying the books, not able to even get into them because I just was not in the right mood. One that I just reviewed, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, was a great surprise. I was afraid that was going to be another one that I just wasn't in the mood for, but it turned out that it made me like it. It was such a good book. I stopped my review with the words that I gotta stop gushing about it, and here I am gushing about it again, because it was just such a good book. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Please find yourself a copy of it and give yourself that pleasure of reading that book. So mood reading. mood reading. It seems to me that mood reading it really is the best way to go, because why force yourself to read a book you're not in the mood for? Even if you put it on your own TBR with the intention of reading it, anything could have happened this week that put you in a different place, a different headspace. And if you don't want to suddenly read that book, why force yourself to read what's on the TBR pile when something else can fill that headspace for you and take you out of yourself or put you back into yourself if that's what's needed. I'm looking forward to these two, the People in the Trees and Revolutionary Road. As I said, I've had them on hold for a while, and both of them have, I was in a long line of people on both of these books. I wonder if the Revolutionary Road one was because of the Stephen King book that talks about it. Everybody reading Stephen King went, oh, I gotta read this one now. So I guess that's about it for mood reads versus TBR. My first Monday meandering, a little stilted, a little weird. Not used to just talking off the cuff without having practiced or made notes or whatever, but I'll get better at it. And it'll also help me with my channel, I believe, having something that I have to have done on a specific day, because my channel is floundering a little bit. I have found myself in kind of a rut where I just don't seem to have the time to do the things I want to do with the channel, so I've got to make the time to do these things, which I'm doing right now. And I need to have some structure to it so that it ensures that I film content. Like if I have something that people are expecting to see every Monday, then I darn well better have it ready to post on Monday. I've got some tips on how to get that done. Sometimes it's you record a batch of them and have them waiting in the wings, and you can schedule when they pop up, which is, I've finally figured out how to do that thanks to MJ at Reading This Life. She's my go-to person when I get stuck with editing a video or trying to figure out what to, like how to put in the cards that have links on them, and how to do a lot of things on it. I go to MJ. I say, MJ, how do I do this? So we're going to wrap it up this time, and we'll see you again real soon. I believe I've got a Tag Tuesday coming up. I'm going to try really hard to have something to do a tag on. I've got several that I've been tagged with. Just got to pick one and do it. And as always, remember, Amor Fati, love your fate. It really helps. And we'll chat at you later. Bye.